welcome back. In the previous part, we got some bonding scenes out the way, but now it's time for the little side quest here. We got book delivery at Keen's. A number of books have just arrived for Thors faculty, and I would like assistance in delivering them. Inquire at Keen's bookstore. Keen's. We're at Keen's. Woo baby. Welcome. Feel free to browse at your leisure. Pardon me, but you sent a request to the student council, didn't you? I certainly did, and I'm guessing this means you're taking care of it. Wonderful. Yep, you said you needed help with delivering some books to the Academy's instructors? Correct. I usually handle it myself, so I'm sorry to put that work on you today. If you don't mind me asking, is there a reason you needed someone else to do this? Shamefully enough, yes. I lost the order sheet I received from the Academy, so now I'm not sure who I should deliver each book to. That's when I decided that it'd be best to ask one of you students instead. You're more familiar with your instructors than I am, so you might be able to deduce who ordered what. So that's why you put the request in with the student council. Exactly. Actually hired a part-timer who's a student at Thors. I had planned on asking her first, but she's working somewhere else today, so the student council was my only recourse. Now it all makes sense. So, are you free at the moment? I'd like to get them delivered as soon as possible. I accept his request, obviously. Sure, I'll take these off your hands. Great, here you are. You'll have 5 books to deliver. They make for a heavy load, so be careful carrying them. Oh, my back! There's so many books! It hurts! Oh god! Oh no! Oomph. It's more like oomph. You weren't kidding about the weight. Did anyone order multiple books? Don't worry, just 1 per person. So 5 deliveries, 5 people, 5 books. Seem simple enough. These are all different enough that I should be able to figure out which instructor ordered each one. I'll get started right away. I'm sure you'll do a great job. If it isn't Reen, how may I help you today? If you're here to talk history, I'm sure I can set aside a few hours of my day for an engaging little chat. Not today, thanks. Instructor Thomas is in charge of history and literature. Not hard to tell why he was picked for the former either. I'm just here to ask whether you ordered this book from the bookstore recently. Reen showed Instructor Thomas Behind the Ward of the Lions. Oh, you have my Behind the Ward of the Lions. Wait. Why do you have my Behind the War of the Lions? Well, it's a long story. Reen explained the situation to Instructor Thomas and handed over Behind the War of the Lions. I see. It all makes sense now. Thank you for going out of your way to hand deliver this to me. It was no trouble at all. By the way, this book provides an in-depth look at several of the mysteries surrounding the War of the Lions. Though I suppose you probably figured that much out from the title. I had intended on covering these mysteries in class too, but I would be more than happy to lend it to you if the premise catches your interest. I'll let you know if I ever find the time. Hey, Reen, right? What do you need? Just a moment of your time if you can spare it. Instructor Makarov teaches natural sciences and orbital engineering, so this one might just be his. Did you order this from the bookstore recently? Reen showed Instructor Makarov the issue of Topical Science. Yeah, I've got a subscription to that magazine through the bookstore. What are you doing with it? Well, it's like this. Reen explained the situation to Instructor Makarov and handed over Topical Science. Well, that didn't do it. Thanks. Between schoolwork and doing favors for the student council, you must be one busy guy. I won't deny that. Changing the subject for a minute, mind if I ask what you're doing up here? Evading all of my teacherly responsibilities? Couldn't you tell? Right, how silly of me. There are some things you just shouldn't say in front of your hardworking students. It's cool though. I'm doing just enough work to keep me from being fired. You should try it out sometime. No offense, but I think you work too hard. Today's your free day, so you should use it to relax a bit. All that hard work will catch up with you if you don't. That's a good point. Oh, I wouldn't have expected that out of him. Guess he does care about his students in his own way. Anyway, thanks for bringing me my magazine. Catch you later. Right. Thank you for your time. Why, hello there. Did you have a question for me? I do. Do you have a moment? Instructor Mary teaches both the arts and home ec, so this should be hers. Did you order this book recently? Green showed Instructor Mary the copy of Modern Art, The Complete Works. Oh, yes, I did. Is there a reason you have it? Funny you should ask. It's quite the story. It says it like it's going to be like this massive story. It's like, oh, there's a simple reason. We lost the sheet for who ordered what. That's it. Green explained the situation to Instructor Mary and handed over Modern Art, The Complete Works. I see. That's very diligent of you. Not at all. I'm just doing what was asked of me. Oh, come now. No need to be so humble. I should have said this earlier, but thank you for going out of your way to bring this directly to me. I'm sure this book will increase the quality of my lessons dramatically. You've made my students very happy. That's very flattening. You're that Reen Schwarzer from Instructor Wallerstein's class. What brings you to me? May I have a minute of your time? I'm pretty sure he teaches the political and economics classes. That should mean... Do you know this book, by any chance? Green showed Vice Principal Heinrich the copy of Analyzing Macroeconomics. As it just so happens, that's the very book I ordered from the bookstore. But why do you have it? Wait, don't tell me Wallerstein's corrupted you into a petty thief. You're both stealing Academy deliveries, aren't you? Hold on, and let me explain. Green carefully calmed Vice Principal Heinrich down, explained the situation, and handed over Analyzing Macroeconomics. I see. Allow me to apologize for doubting you so readily, and so vehemently. That raises another question. Your father is a baron, is he not? Why, pray tell, does someone of such worthy blood perform such menial tasks? What exactly are you asking me? I do not mean to deny the work ethic or the importance of the student council. But nobles have their roles and commoners have theirs. I would just like for you to keep that in mind. I see. What's more, you could very well have a bright future. Try not to let Instructor Wallerstein's influence stain it too much. That is all. You may take your leave. Thank you for your time. You must be gunning for the title of Thor's most punchable faculty member. Hey, Reen, what's up? Oh boy. Looks like she's still drinking. Get the feeling that one odd magazine in the pile is probably hers. You wouldn't happen to know what this is, would you? Reen showed Instructor Sarah the Empire's Hottest Sports. Hey, that's the magazine I used the Academy's money to buy. Didn't think you read it too. Let's not jump to conclusions now. Looks like I was right on the mark. The truth is, Reen explained the situation to Instructor Sarah and handed over the Empire's Hottest Spots. Thanks. That explains it though. Sounds like your work for the student council is varied, if nothing else. Well, might as well have a little look at it now. Flip, flip. She might be the most carefree person I've ever met. It's a magazine for people looking to tour the Empire, isn't it? Seems like something you should be buying with your own money, not the Academy's. It's for your field studies. What? I'm reading this so I can research potential field study locations. Yet here you are, assuming I'm using it to plan a sneaky little holiday for myself. That's pretty rude, you know? I see. Certainly does sound plausible. Might not seem like it sometimes, but I guess she really is always looking out for us. Oh, the booze here looks pretty good. First it tells me about Celtic's beer, now this. Gotta appreciate a magazine that covers an adult's needs. I take it all back. The only person she's thinking about here is herself. Alright, that's all 5 of them delivered. Let's head back and report to Keen's. It looks like you've made all of your deliveries. What a boon you've been, thank you. Always happy to be a boon. Here, I want to give you something as a token of my gratitude. This may come in handy at some point. Yeah, I think they will. Much appreciated. Again, I cannot overstate how thankful I am. You'll be the first one I call if I ever need a hand again. I'm always willing to help. See you later. Lovely. Substitute tutor. From Klein. Something urgent has just come up, so I really need someone to take care of tutoring the kid I usually teach. I'll be waiting in the lower class dorms, so please come see me as soon as you can. Klein. Excuse me, you're Klein, right? I am. If you're asking, you must be Reen. Yep, Reen Schwarzer of Class VII, at your service. I read you wanted me to fill in for you at your tutoring job. That's right. Something urgent's come up, so I won't be able to make it today. That's why I took this straight to the student council. If you don't mind me prying, may I ask what's so urgent? Of course. Truth is, my family got in contact with me last night to tell me that my mum collapsed when she was out working. Oh no. That's all I know. But I've already got tickets for the train out to the country this afternoon. I'd do the same if I were you. House you'll be tutoring at's a straight shot south from these dorms. It's by the riverside, can't miss it. Your pupil's a boy named Emil, and you'll be speaking to his mother, Melissa. In terms of what and how you teach him, I'm leaving that up to you. And honestly, if you want to back out, that's fine too. I've already told Melissa that you're not necessarily locked in, so she'll understand if you can't make it. Thanks for giving me the out at least. Alright. I probably should have asked at the beginning, but are you sure you want me doing this? I've never tutored anyone before. Yeah, the idea of Reen being a teacher is just absurd. Well, you're a student here, so you've got the knowledge to do it, at least. Ever helped other people study before? I've helped my younger sister with things she didn't understand at Sunday school. And then there you have it. Emil's got all the books he needs already, so all you need to do is go through the material together. Today's topic should be orbital science, by the way. Might want to brush up at the library if you're not too confident in that area. Thank you for the information. Well then, I've still got to pack, so I'll be heading back to my room now. Any other questions before I go? I should be fine with what you told me. Nice. This is a real weight off my shoulders. Good luck. Hope his mum's okay. Still think those stairs are dangerous though, with the way they're slanted forward towards us. I do hope nothing serious happened to his mum. So today's topic is orbital science, huh? Probably had the right idea about going to the library. It's probably worth brushing up on my knowledge of the Rheinfjord Company too. Once I've done that, I'll find that house. Excuse me, I was sent here by a second-year student called Klein. Oh, you must be the one filling in for him. How thoughtful of him to find a replacement. Are you free to tutor Emil now? Yes, of course. Yeah, of course. Strange. Oh, thank you. I'll take you to his room then. Well, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Rean Schwartz. Why is the kid staring at the camera? He's staring at us right now. Is he aware of us as the observer? Maybe. I'm Rean Schwarzer. I'm a first yearer and a member of Class VII. Nice to meet you. Likewise. So, what do you say we get started? Kid, stop staring at me, it's creepy. We'll be going over orbital science today, correct? That's right. I've already got my textbook ready. I didn't go to the library, by the way. Woo, baby. I should be able to wing it, right? I mean, I know enough at this point. Page 40, huh? Wait, there's 40 pages? So we'll be focusing more on the historical side of things. Indeed, for the record, Klein and I covered up to the beginnings of the Orbital Revolution last time. It really deserves to be called a revolution for changing everyone's lives so much and so quickly. I'm sure you know the answer, but let me ask to refresh myself. How long ago did the Orbital Revolution take place? Well, about 50 years ago. Starting with an easy one, I see. It started about 50 years ago. Make it sound like common knowledge, because it is. I should have expected you to be smart since you are a Thors student. I wouldn't go that far. To follow up, do you know who invented ordnance? Yes. Yes. Clearly, Schmidt. Who is this Schmidt character? Never heard of him. Professor C. Epstein. Stein. That would be Professor C. Epstein. Stein. Speaking of which, it was in the year 1155, just a year after his death, that the Epstein Stein Foundation was formed by his skilled disciples. Oh, wow. I didn't expect to hear all that. You really are amazing. That's not true. The way I explained things probably made them even harder to understand. Either way, I think today's plan is to go over these topics as a refresher first. And after that, we'll try and cover everything up to the year 1170 of the Septine calendar. Sounds good to me. And that's about it. Didn't you manage to get all that? Yes, I should be good to go. I have to admit, I'm surprised. It's hard to believe that a company as massive as Rheinford used to be just a single factory. It really is. The Orbital Revolution brought about big changes just about everywhere. But it's safe to say that the Rheinford factory's transformation into such a huge corporation is one of the biggest ones. It certainly ended up having a major impact on Zemuria, so I'd have to agree. Speaking of which, I wanted to ask, what was it that the Rheinford factory specialized in making? This book doesn't really mention that. Well, you know, the usual stuff, goods like clocks and cameras. It's the speciality. It's like they do make the other things, but weapons, like guns and artillery, like really huge bloody guns. They specialized in making weapons, such as guns and artillery. The factory's been around for a long time. I've even heard that it was around back in the Middle Ages. That's fascinating. Thanks for letting me know. I'm impressed at just how knowledgeable you are. I'm just doing my job. Seems like today's session is over. Are you okay with leaving off here for the day? This is a good stopping point, so yes. It was a pleasure to have you as a tutor today. Thank you for covering for Klein. Emil seems to have learned a lot today. He's a great teacher. In fact, I'd even put him on the same level as Klein. I'm honored. I'm glad to see he's happy. Well then, I have to give you something. Thank you. Wait, Mira? I can't just take this. Why not? People normally get paid for their work. Well, I guess. Didn't really feel like work to me. Guess it'd be rude to refuse it, though. Well, if you insist, thank you very much. You're welcome. I'm very grateful you filled in for Klein. Cool. Right, so I'm thinking at this point, let's get Trista's rounds done. And then probably the start of the next part, we'll get the Academy's rounds done and then go off and do the Old Schoolhouse, stuff like that. We'll see what pans out. Just focus on helping the student council today. Oh yeah, and good luck with your foray into the Old Schoolhouse too. Thanks. Your house seems like so much fun. My mummy and daddy are always fighting, so it's totally different. Really? That sounds tough. Mummy and daddy get along super well. Do Annie's mummy and daddy fight as much as mine kiss? Probably. Kurt's place sounds so fun. I want to go. I've got the day off work today, so I'm spending some leisure time with Hannah. The warm weather seems like it's in full support of this idea. Kurt's starting to learn more and more as well, so it might be a good opportunity to teach him about the world around him. Oh, so there's a new apprentice sister at the church now. I'll have to go say hello. Yes, you will. Drinking some tea, enjoying some sweets, and chatting away with the man of my dreams. This is the perfect way to relax. Part of me wishes it could always be like this. I get to spend the day just sitting and talking with my husband. It's hard to think of anything better. Probably spending time with your kid? 7 to 4, 7 to 1. No, now's not the time to start getting all defeatist. Not when White Arrow takes the straightaway so well. Are you thinking about horse racing again? Oh yeah, today's a big one. And I'm gonna win even bigger. That'll show old Fred who's boss. Going for a big win on the 2 to 3 odds might not be a bad idea either. Hope you're ready, Fred, because I'm about to wipe that smirk off your little face. I've heard talk of tax increases coming into effect across the 4 provinces. The Empire's nobles truly do seem keen on maintaining their reign of terror. Why would they need the money, though? Don't they have enough money anyway? How strange. Not that this is anything new, of course. Unreasonable behavior from ruling nobles has been a constant since the Middle Ages. Fortunately, Trista doesn't share the same fate, as it's under direct control of the Emperor himself, just like Heimdall. Do feel for those who live elsewhere, however. Becky displays remarkable skill. Her way of interacting with customers is rather different from the norm, but I have no complaints about the results. In fact, I wouldn't mind if she became an official employee one day. The work Becky does here is impeccable, though I did advise her that her method of interacting with customers might be just slightly too forceful. This will definitely suit you. Yeah, give it a wee try on. The flashy colours are just the perfect match for that snobby attitude of yours. Becky. You really aren't holding back today, are you? Are you feeling well? Tell me what's wrong. Aww. Yes, I'm raking in the dough with multiple part-time jobs. I'm working here today, so go have a little swatch about and buy something. But don't you think you talk just a tad too much? It decreases your selling efficiency and leads to a poor time-to-money ratio. Shut it! Don't come into my shop and start telling me how to do my job. You wouldn't happen to know Emil, would you? He lives in the north part of town. He used to be our friend, but one day he just changed and started looking down on us. And eventually he just stopped hanging out with us at all. Kinda miss the days when we were all together. Aww. Don't know why Emil changed like that. I wish he'd be friends with us again. Hope he's doing okay at least. We shop owners got together for some drinks last night. And you kiddos were a popular topic of conversation, I'll tell you. Everyone agrees that this year's batch of new students is an interesting one, Class VII in particular. Feels weird to be a conversation piece. Don't sweat it. We basically do this every year. We weren't exactly bored with last year's students either, especially with the one and only Angelica among them. Nobody could tell she is from one of the 4 great houses with her attitude, that's for sure. Oh my. truly a rejection worthy of Master Vincent. I see the concern in your face, but please do not trouble yourself. This is but a daily occurrence for Master Vincent. Well, if it isn't the lovely Friedel. Given that you've been waiting here in anticipation of my arrival, I can only assume that you have feelings for me. My humblest apologies that your subtle attempts to woo me have passed me by unheeded. Why, Vincent, what a surprise. Are you here to do some shopping too? That's one way to spend your free day. But I will not have you wasting mine. Ooh. It's true what they say. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns. Never change, Lady Friedel. Loggins and Patrick's match was so intense that they actually broke some of the equipment. It's been a while since I've seen Loggins get so frustrated. Looks like our club's about to get a lot more interesting. I'm here to order some new equipment for the fencing club. Can't think of another club. Captain more deserving of praise. Just joking around. Didn't she say something about the florist? Don't you love it when an idea for a great prank strikes? This might end up being my best prank yet. Time to get preparing. I made plans to go shopping with Colette today. We met very recently, but our shared love of shopping made us fast friends. So we decided to naturally go shopping together. I hope she turns up soon. Horse racing's an Erebonian tradition. There's nothing wrong with me standing here making predictions while I work, right? I don't know what to go with today. Guess I'll ask Crow what he thinks. Can't call yourself an Erebonian if you're not interested in horse racing. Once you turn 20, come with me and I'll show you the ropes. You should show him the horses, not the ropes. But that's the issue there. I have some less than pleasant memories of that one time I tried my hand at betting on the horse races. One day you're going to take a big loss and end up dirt poor, Fred. No way, you worry too much. I can only hope you're right. Many people have brought themselves to ruin by gambling a little too much. Try not to fall into any nasty habits like that. I'd be fine. Crow looks irresponsible, but you'd be surprised at how good he is at taking care of people. He's kind of like Fred that way. Which makes sense, given how well the two of them get along. Granted, that doesn't stop him from doing dumb stuff all the time. Jeez. Dang, I'm almost out of sweets to bet. Irene, wanna lend me some? I'll give you twice as many back, I swear. Yeah, not happening. Cheapskate. Damn it. Can't end here. Double or nothing. Let's go. Nah, you're gonna lose every time, man. We'll see about that. Can I not play them? Now I've got a ton of sweets. I'll split them with Rudy later. It's always fun when Crow's around. It's Misty. She ba-dumped.
What a beautiful morning. But there's so much to do today. I have to come up with a topic for tonight. Something really good.
Haven't I seen her around somewhere before? Guess she works in the radio station building after all. Wonder what kind of topic she's trying to come up with though. This is where they stick up all the postcard fans of the show send in. Look at this great material everyone's gathered. How could anyone not feel motivated by looking at this? There's so much material in this world just waiting for someone to discover it. What a spectacular reminder this is. Radio Trista was the first radio station ever to broadcast over a wide area. Our programs are now available to almost everyone within Eastern Erebonia, thanks to the radio relay stations we've set up. So now, when people think radio, they think Radio Trista. Radio Trista was the first radio station ever to broadcast over a wide area. We weren't the first radio station ever, though. The Roa Orbital radio station beat us to the punch on that one. I'm happy to say Urban Time's off to a solid start. Looks like I was right about the people wanting a nice, relaxing talk show covering topics they can relate to. Throw in a host that's easy to like, and it was pretty much guaranteed to be a success. It's too early to celebrate, though. Now we need to focus on getting the listener numbers up. What's the numbers? I mean, they're just what they sound like. The way for me to tell how many people listen in. It's my job as director to make sure we can keep them growing. It's exactly what I'll be doing too. Happen times. Gonna be a sensation, or my name isn't Michael. Is his name Michael? Now that spring is almost over, we won't be seeing the Lino flowers anymore. However, new flowers will begin to bloom in their place. One of the reasons I love flowers is the way they change with the seasons. Hey, Fidelio, what say you we find some cute girls to photograph? All of these scenic shots are boring me out of my skull. No complaining, Rex. We're not here to mess around. Come on, man, don't be such a killjoy. This town's full of babes. Just look around you. Since we had the day off, I decided I'd take Rex into town. Might not think it, but there's a lot of good photo material around Trista. Even things like fish swimming in the river and the changing of the flowers with the seasons make for great photos. I'd recommend just wandering around and taking in the sights. I'd be surprised by how much you find. Thank you for standing in for Klein today. I do hope his mother is okay, though. Hopefully things aren't as bad as they seem. Klein asked me not to say anything to Emil about his mother. He didn't want him to worry. What a kind-hearted boy Klein is. I'll be studying Erebonian history now that we're done with Orbal science. There's some material in here that relates to what you taught me today, so doing so should deepen my understanding of both. Thank you for your help, Reen. I think this will be a great study aid for Fee. No problem. Hope your study sessions with her go well. I'll do what I can. This should be perfect for Fee. I'll do all I can to make the material easy for her to understand. I need to make sure I don't lose anything that important ever again. How's a father supposed to teach his son if he's still making silly mistakes himself? Oh my, it suits you so well. You're now officially an apprentice sister. From now on, we'll work together to help everyone around us. It will be my pleasure. I look forward to learning all there is to know about being a sister. Your habit suits you quite well. From now on, Rosine, we'll work together to help everyone around us. Does it suit me? Yes, oddly enough. If so, I need to be sure to work even harder. The last thing I wish to do is bring shame to the sister image. Rosine attended church on a regular basis back in her hometown. She's been an invaluable help to all of us here, too. I can safely say that she'll make a wonderful sister when she's older. Rosine is very passionate about serving Arios. I can safely say that she'll make a wonderful sister when she's older. There's a wealth of fascinating people in this year's new batch of students. For one, there's Lady Ferris, who finds herself tripping over nothing on a daily basis. Then there's Master Kenneth, who constantly breaks the dorm's curfew to indulge in fishing. There's also Master Patrick of the Harms family, who's very fussy, really, and somewhat difficult to interact with because of it. Master Patrick has a great deal of pride. His servant Celestine attends to his needs more often than not, however. Let's see about unique dishes. You've got no unique dishes yet? Oh, really? I have been serving Master Patrick for 15 years now. While it may be presumptuous of me to say so, as the years have passed, I've watched over him like an older brother. Given how many years the two of us have spent together, I am well aware of his quickly invoked ire. Even so, I do hope that you will try to get along with him. I mean, I'll try, it's up to him, really. Having been by his side for most of his life, I am well aware of Master Patrick's positive and negative traits. Although he may be difficult at times, please try to get along with him. No, I forgot my purse. I can't believe I made such a rookie mistake. Right, now I've got everything I need. Now to hurry back and meet up with Melinda. Seriously can't believe I forgot my purse. Me, of all people. Unlike the upper-class dorm, we don't have any maids here, which means we have to do our own cleaning, cooking, washing, and stuff. Seems like the rich kids just head out for meals instead of cooking, though. Right, so that's where we're going to be done with this part. In the next part, we'll go around the academy here and interact with people, get the NPC rounds done out the way, and then probably head off to the Old Schoolhouse. It depends on time. We'll see you in the next part anyway. Ta-ta. For now.